Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Fitness Business Advice podcast. Before we go in, just want to lay it out on the line. What we are talking about today directly is lockdown. What you should be focusing on, where your attention should be going, how to come out of it stronger. A lot of detail with that. But really, at this point, we're all about support, right? This is what we want to get across, especially in this intro part. If you need any help, if you have any specific questions regarding how you can train people, what sort of services you should be offering, if you're just struggling with your business and you want to get some advice, this is exactly what we're doing the podcast for. So hopefully this podcast itself answers a lot of questions. That's why we've done it. That's why we've thought about what we want to talk about. But if there's anything more detail or any thing that you feel like we didn't discuss, give us a shout, okay? It's fitnessbusinessadvice@gmail.com. As always, on the email, and if you want to hit us up on Instagram, our Instagram @ whatever they're called, names, bios, I don't know what the fuck they're called, Instagram handle, maybe, are in the description for the podcast. But whatever it is, get in touch with us, okay? So you've got us on Instagram, you can get us through the email. Get in touch with us. Anything specific, we will help. We started the podcast to try and help people, and that's what we're about. If you have got to where you're at and you feel like you need absolutely more, we've got everything you would ever need to know to build a robust, scalable, personal training, online business within our mentoring program. You can get hold of that as always at rickmorland.co.uk/mentoring, or again, give us a shout if you want more questions, okay? We did set this podcast up to try and help people, so get in touch. We will help you if we can, okay? Enjoy today's episode. Hopefully, it answers a lot of your questions already, but if it starts to inspire more, give us a shout. Enjoy the episode. We'll speak to you very soon.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Fitness Business Advice. As always, I'm Rick.
I'm Lloyd.
And we're here today because, as we all know what's going on. We are in lockdown, and so me and Lloyd are following the rules as we rightly should, and we are bringing you today's episode via Zoom. So it's nice to talk to you as always. Me and Lloyd are going to freestyle it in our own unique way. Of course, we've got a few things we talk about. That's kind of another way of, explaining my fuck ups. But
we're winging it, you mean?
We're winging our way through it, aren't we? But, we are keeping consistent with these podcasts. Thanks for the feedback of everyone and the shares. So we've spoke briefly, but obviously we've not caught up since last Friday, have we, Lloyd?
No.
We had our day, didn't we? Our epic day with our mentoring program last week. Yeah, skateboarding and surfing and.
I fucked myself up, mate. I can't even tell you how much my leg still hurts from fall. I thought I could do it. You know what you do? Like, daft. Yeah, I can stand up on that board. The guy says, do you want to go on that ramp? I was like, yeah. And when I got up there, I was like, nah, fuck this. It's too much. And then I got to the point, I do this with things. I was like, you know what? I'm done thinking about it. I'm just going to do it and see how it goes and think about it later. Because I was getting in my own head too much. So I did it and smashed myself up. I fell at the bottom of the ramp, smashed my hip up. I had a bruise the size of my ass cheek. You should see it. It was ridiculous.
You went heavy, didn't you? Because you went for it, didn't you? So
yeah, I give it a good go, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, but I smashed myself up.
So what does that say then about me? When I was like, I'll have a go, and he was like, no, you're not doing it. You can do it, but you're not doing it.
Yeah, man. I'd never been on a board or anything in my life. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. But we're now obviously in lockdown, and we're today to ensure all our listeners are ready and prepared and whatnot, aren't we?
Yeah, we're right at the beginning of it, and we are going to obviously specifically talk about lockdown today with you guys. And really, we've just been talking about how you've probably got a couple of days to sort this out. Okay, a lot of you would have had experience in basically how you dealt with lockdown last time, and what your clients did or didn't do last time, and what products you can, or how you can service them in the meantime again. But we're going to talk to you about some of the bigger picture stuff, how you should be breaking it down, how you should be planning ahead. And you've got time to put this stuff into place, because some people are just adjusting to this, right? We're putting this out right at the beginning. So some people will take a week or a bit more to adjust to being in the second lockdown.
Members of the public, yeah?
Yeah. Some of your clients, some potential clients, they'll take a week or two to adjust. They won't hit the floor running. A lot of people will take it as a bit of a downtime, and it means it gives you that little bit of time. The sooner the better, but it gives you that little bit of time to put something in place to, one, come out of this stronger, but two, service your members better within this time, with your clients better within the time.
Indeed. I'm just looking, is that your hand there? Is that the cut on your hand when you were lifting your hand up then?
That's the cut I'd got from falling over. So I got one on my elbow as well. Yeah, I fell hard, man.
Yeah, stats. Sorry. So,
no, it's
in terms of, like you said there, we were talking about this, before we press record. We think that you've got, as a PT now and as a business owner, irrespective of business size, if you've not got your systems in place right now, you've got a small window now, haven't you?
Yeah.
That we reckon is about a week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a week where you basically got to get your shit together. Everybody is, like you say, our clients, our old clients, our future clients, whatever. They're all adapting out. They're all getting their lives sorted. And one part of their life is that they're going to be, if they've not got to it yet, some of them will, but some of them won't have got to it yet, is what am I doing for my daily exercise? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you've got a week maximum to be their option.
Yeah. And the guys that are already with you have already committed to a certain amount, but how well is your service adapting to what they want and what they need? And you've got time to implement some new stuff and really get some results out of them in the next 3 weeks, or next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, you've got a small window before they'll either potentially do nothing,
mm-hmm. or get bored with what you're doing.
Yeah, get bored. Because what you're offering doesn't quite tick their boxes, their wants and needs, or worst case scenario, they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll find somewhere else that does what they want.
Yeah, so it's really, really important that as of, watching this call, watching this podcast, you get going with it straight away.
Yeah.
So in terms of, I'm going to pass this back to you, Lloyd. What, because you've got a gym, you own M3 in Manchester. Mm. What does it look like in terms of, for you guys, obviously without, giving away the finer details of your business, what does it look like?
What we did last time is what a lot of gyms did, is we took our timetable online. We're a group training gym, so we took our whole group training service online. What we did that not a lot of people did was we hit it on day one, and we've done it this time as well. We pre-prepared for lockdown 1 and for lockdown 2. That's what we're calling them now. Lockdown 1, the week before, we told our members, if the lockdown happens, this is the timetable, this is what's going to happen. We're going to do the sessions on Zoom. You're going to need this and this, a mat and a band. We did no equipment. This second time around, we've stepped it up a little bit. We've loaned our kit out to this. We've got 2 programs. The guys on the strength program, we gave them kit. We said, right, you're going to need, because we know them, we program them, we know what they lift. So Dave, you're going to need a 25 and a 10 and a black band. Off you go. See you later. Gave him his kit and did that to all the members. I was a delivery driver yesterday, went around delivering all the members the kit to the house.
What a top idea, because your kit sat there, it's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Your members need kit.
Yeah.
And they can't buy kit.
Mm. Well, what's the point in buying kit as well? Because I want them coming back to me. I don't want them training in the front room forever. So basically, what we did well was prepare. So if you've not done that point already, again, we've got this little time where you can get some of this stuff in. And what we've done is taken all our sessions online. But the difference is that you have to up the coaching value within that time. It gives you this great time to do a little hybrid of what the best online coaches do on what the best PTs do. Online coaches take check-ins, habits, personal touches to the next level when not in sessions, because they don't have sessions. The best PTs make that 1 hour the best hour of the week or the day or whatever. So we try to merge both of those to create an online program mixed with Zoom sessions, check-ins, extra outdoor delivered sessions. So we've got yoga teachers, Pilates teachers, we've got all sorts going on to keep everybody engaged. And
so you're adding value, right?
Yes, but the main thing is that those things aren't the key. Those little bits aren't the difference. The difference is that we know that our clients want that. We know that our clients will enjoy that. So that's why we've done it. That won't work if you run a bodybuilding gym, because they don't want a yoga session.
Yeah.
They want a pump. So you've got to find a way to deliver that if that's what you're doing, for your clients. So a lot of people have kit and a lot of people are thinking, what else can you do other than the training to add to their experience during this time?
Okay. Yeah, interesting. And also, and even if you can't, let's just say again, for argument's sake, you've got a couple of members that, a weekend, they kind of go, do you know what, it's not for me, I'm just going to go walking, whatever. I think by delivering kit and by doing or being seen to try to do extra things and being seen to give a fuck, basically.
Yeah.
To give a shit, that you basically building up client loyalty there, aren't you? You're building up goodwill with your clients, and that ultimately aids to strong client retention, which is what is crucial.
Yeah, which is what we've seen. So the first point that we want to talk about today is retention, and then that was the first thing. The first point that we wanted to touch on was a client journey. So that's what we focused on creating during, especially this second one, because it's supposedly going to be 4 weeks long. There is a strict start date, end date. Okay, in the background, we can know that end date might change and we can adapt for that. But front facing to our members, to your clients, that client journey starts here and ends there. And in between, we're going to progress you this and this way. So the dates, your clients, what they want, what they need to get the results. It's finding a journey that helps them or facilitates them to get the results they want. The results could be getting bigger. The results could be staying fit. The results could be not just drinking every day. Depends what it is. You've got to know your clients better than anybody. And that's why understanding them is such a big part of this.
Mm-hmm. So, and in terms of understanding them, you've got to talk to them, haven't you? You've got to communicate with them.
Yeah.
We all knew 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that takes you back to retention is through preparation, isn't it? They're the key words you've used, and you retain members because you've been prepared, and you were prepared by. We all, and it fucks us off, doesn't it? When we've had people, my phone, and this is not personal, by the way. These are PTs that I like. These are PTs that are good people, but. Before 3 or 4 weeks before the last lockdown, we all kind of knew it, or the first lockdown, excuse me, we all kind of knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we, in fairness, and I'll talk about me, but you as well, we bust our balls helping PTs out, at the first lockdown, trying to keep their businesses stable because they were behind. They weren't prepared. They hadn't communicated with their members and so forth. No. Like that. And all of our guys, we knew this was coming. We had our last get together, didn't we? We had our one last week where we had a bit of fun. But even before that, and the last 2, we've done lockdown mindset. We've talked about different strategies, financials, you name it, making sure our guys were prepared. Mm-hmm. And it upsets me, and it's sad because I've seen a few PTs out there who are my pals, and they're just not prepared.
Yeah, no.
We've had our guys in early, haven't we, and make sure that we've spoken to our clients and built up that goodwill,
Yeah, and this second time round, everybody seems to be doing it. First time, I've seen a couple of PTs down tools, essentially. Oh, the gym's closed, nothing I can do. I'll sit at home. This time, everyone seems a little bit better, but the question is, what more can you give? There isn't just another Zoom session, which isn't just another program. What else can you do? nobody wants a quiz right now. I don't think my guys don't. You know, does anyone else want to do a Zoom quiz?
No.
But could you be setting daily to habit challenges? Could you be setting step challenges? I know it's fucking chucking it down, but some people are up for it. If you've got the right set of people, it's all comes down to what your clients want and what they come to you for. So you'll know, but it's about maximizing what you can deliver, what you can facilitate for them. And by doing that, you'll keep them. You know, right now, the easiest choice to make is to stop paying for a PT.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. People are losing their jobs. PT can go straight out. And we've just talked about this, me and Rick, right before, because we're seeing so many PTs now lean on this mental health angle, that isn't enough for somebody to keep paying. Right? Not always. There's a couple of different facets to that. So basically, there's one that you're not a mental health expert, no matter what you've been through and whatever, unless you've got a sorry, my thing started playing. Do you hear that?
Yeah, we did.
You just started playing. I was training before. So you're not qualified unless you've got a psychology degree. Unless you're a doctor, that's not your area of expertise. So be careful of what you're prescribing and talking about and advertising yourself as. Training is great for mental health, but you are not a solution to mental illness. There's a very thin but very important line between those two things, which you shouldn't be crossing. So leaning on that for a sale might be okay, but a little unethical. But that's not going to be enough essentially to keep your business running and for people to sign with you.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think obviously people's mental health is deteriorating right now. Obviously, gyms are closed, and it's quite easy to link the two, isn't it? And say, come join my program, and I'll fix your mental health. And you're not. You've got to be always. You've got to always be credible, haven't you? You've got to always be legit in what you do, and stay in your lane. I mean, we've talked about this in the past with, certainly a few years ago, there was a big boom in nutrition, wasn't there? I'll fix your cancer with nutrition and all that. And it's like, no, you won't. You fucking won't. You PT and stick to being a PT.
Lecturing people on insulin and stuff.
Yeah, just get people moving more, getting them sweating and getting them eating a bit healthier,
If you're really interested in that stuff and your client has a real issue, send them to an endocrinologist.
Yeah,
that's not your gig. That's not your gig.
Yeah, go and do the 7 years study yourself.
Yeah. Having a base knowledge of it. This goes for the mental health too. Having a base knowledge of how important exercise can be and how great it can be for certain types of mental health issues is great, but essentially prescribing it to fix mental illness is very, very different, and that's the line that you shouldn't cross.
Yeah. So what we're saying is stay legitimate, aren't we? So stay within what it is you do, and stay. You can coach habits, and you can coach a healthier lifestyle, and all those kind of things. But don't use lockdown as an angle to then start saying you're going to fix mental illness.
No, absolutely not. No, that's it.
You're not insured for that,
So, you're not insured for it.
And it's dangerous. It's dangerous for the client. It's dangerous for you. So, what I suppose what we're saying is, put time and effort now into retaining and looking after the clients you've got. That's one of the key fundamentals of business anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's great to make sales, but also retain who you've got. But
it's more important now than ever. Now is the time to really focus in on this.
Yeah. But also we're going to, maybe talk about marketing and whatnot in a second, but you've got to be really, really careful with your marketing and really ethical with your marketing, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what you got to be careful of, yeah. It's a bit of a trend, because the next bit then is the next thing you need to think about and discuss is then growth within this time, because it is possible, and maybe not specifically within your membership clients' money, growth within yourself in this time is massively possible. So there's so much for you that you can be doing to make yourself better on the back end of this. Okay. You can start by going through all the episodes we've done of this, listening to them, putting this stuff into your business. There's so many things you could be doing to make yourself a better coach. Resources you could be learning, nutrition course you could be doing, videos you could be watching, things that can make you a better coach and a better businessman, businesswoman, that you've got time to do it within yourself. There's also a great opportunity to set your business up for growth on the end of this. Whether you can grow in this time or not is up to you. But on the back end, you can definitely grow. People are going to be running to the gym when this ends. We've seen how unpopular it was that they were closing gyms. Every single one of them people is going to want to jump straight back in. And if you've got a product ready and a service ready, then it's only going to benefit you.
Absolutely. This is like you said, Lloyd, this is a time for you to develop, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for you to look at areas and say, do you know what? I've always wanted the time to read that book or do that course or, whatever. And now is that time. Now is that time to look at the products you offer in the gym, to improve, implement, improve your skills, improve your personal development, but also improve your business development as well.
Yes.
Is your timetable set up to scale your business? Does it, within obviously the rules, does it allow maximum membership? Could you gain more members? Could you offer a higher end products in the future? This is a real good time to step back, reflect, and analyze everything, isn't it? And like you say, Lloyd, you might not, in the next 3 months, you might not necessarily grow in terms of your bottom line, but you can be well set and well placed to have a huge upsurge when it open, because like you say, it was insanely unpopular amongst the general public, wasn't it?
Yeah, closing gyms. Yeah. So it's about being ready to then sell. And then we mentioned today, we had a call with our PTs, our coaching clients that we have. And we mentioned today about it because this is such a crucial time for our industry anyway. Normally, without a lockdown, going through November, December is a tough time for our industry because people can very easily put it off till January. They've got 1,000 work dues, Christmas dues to do, work and friends and whatever. So January becomes the next set goal. But coming out of this, I think we'll have that gap in December, which we'd never usually have, where people actually want to train up until January. Yeah. So you're in a unique time, but it's about then seeing January now. If you don't plan for January and November, you'll have a bad January. If you have a bad January, it's very easy to have a bad February, and it's a snowball. If you can plan now for what your products and your plans are for December, January, February, you're going to be in a better place. And you've got time now, right? We've all got a little bit more time during lockdown, right? Whether you can say you're busy or busier as much as you want, but everyone's got a little bit more time, whether it's commute time or anything like that, which you could be put into those plans and being ready for potentially the busiest time of the year.
Yeah. What's that old saying? The P's, perfect planning prevents piss poor performance. That old saying, isn't it? And I totally agree. A couple of months ago, we actually touched on it, didn't we? In terms of growth versus fixed mindset. Well, this is exactly the same, isn't it?
Growth mindset, yeah, absolutely.
Growth mindset. We talk about in coaching that you've got to make sure that you don't project your own insecurities onto the client. You've got to make sure that you don't project onto the client the things that you love, so they're only doing the exercises you love or the program you love. Well, that's the same in business, isn't it? You've got to make sure now that you're not projecting a fixed mindset on COVID and lockdown. Yeah, what this is just a new fucking challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
10 years ago, 20 years ago, becoming a self-employed PT was a challenge and no one did it, and it wasn't going to happen. Then, when you worked in the big commercial gyms, and this, pal, as well, it was like if you didn't work for them, there was nothing in the industry. You couldn't go anywhere.
Nope.
And so then we faced challenges of setting up our own gyms, and now gyms have become very popular. We've faced challenges of rivals and competition and
going online and everything that PTs are doing.
Life evolves, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, we can sit at home now and fucking cry and my gym is shut and da 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 da. Or we can lead by example to our clients and say, do you know what? Come on, fuck this. Let's do something different. Let's go for it.
Absolutely. And part of running your own business and part of being self-employed is having to adapt and change to these sorts of challenges. So if you're not into that now, you're very rarely going to be into it, because if it's not this, it's another recession. It's trends in the industry that change. Like there's so many moving parts. You can't be in control of everything. So if this is really getting on top of you, then you've got to change that now, because it's not going to get any easier. This is a big one, and it's affected everybody the same, but these sorts of things happen when you run your own business over and over again. You've got to be ready to adapt, and you've got to relish it. Basically, you've got to enjoy it and make the most of it. You've just got to roll with the punches and keep going.
We say to them, don't we? If you can't manage yourself, then you'll be managed by someone else.
That's it. Yeah.
Also, it's not a great probably it's a crude example, but it was in the military. I first not that kind of crude, but in the military. It was where I first came across this, and then I came across it in a few other areas, which what we've talked about behavioural flexibility, haven't we? And in the military, in war times, I think it was The Art of War, maybe Sun Tzu, that book, I can't remember, but if you're fighting an opponent, you can't suddenly say to him, whoa, stop, will you? Because that's not how you said you were going to fight me. You said you were going to attack from the front, and now you're attacking from the left. Well, hang on a minute. You've got to fucking adapt, haven't you? And like you said, Lloyd, roll with the punches, and we, business is great. Owning your own business is great. It's fun. It's rewarding. It can be
challenging.
Yeah, but it's fun in terms of, intrinsically, you can get financial rewards, all that. But like you just said, it's massively fucking challenging as well. Yeah. And you have to roll with the challenges. And we've got now a massive challenge. And what this is going to do is set apart the guys who not just do a good, but who really want it as well.
Want it, yeah. That's the thing, yeah. This is what you've got to know. You really want it. This is the sort of time when you're going to progress, because some people are not going to make this. These lockdowns aren't going to stop, right? This isn't the last one. Hopefully it is, but it probably isn't. So you have to be ready to learn from the last one, adapt for this one, learn from this, adapt again, and keep moving. You have to do that as a business owner, okay? You've got to stop looking at yourself as somebody who just is a PT. This is your business and you are in control. So you can adapt and make it work for your ideal client. And that's what we're all about, making it adapt and making sure you're on the right path for your clients. They can get a lot out of this period, or they can get nothing, and it can be how you deliver it that changes that.
Yeah. It's on you. It's on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you sit in the big chair of business, and everyone wants, I'm a business owner, I'm a CEO, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, fucking now's your time.
Yeah, get with it.
Now's your time to show it, get with it, lead by example to your staff, to your clients, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's for me, it's a challenge. We spoke about this earlier, but we've never been shy of a challenge, and that's what we're saying to our guys, aren't we? It's like, come on. Of course, we're listening and hearing them and showing empathy and all that kind of stuff. But equally, it's about positive steps and positive action.
The way we dealt with it, we are 2 days in at this point. As we're recording it, we are on the second day. Today's call was to make sure everybody's nailed the first step to what we talked about today, retention. That's already done. So now we've got 26 days to focus on growth.
Yeah.
Personal, business, whatever, however you're going to do it, the rest of this month now is growth. You listening to this, I've got a little less time if that retention isn't nailed. If it is, switch your mindset. Keep that where it is. Keep that plate spinning. Switch your mindset and start getting on how you're going to grow yourself or your business in this time. Use this time to the maximum of what you can do with it.
Absolutely. Listen to the other episodes. Get it and start now. and start
Yeah.
now. That's the thing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you know, this is a basic example of it, but it would have been really easy for us to say, you know what, let's just stop meeting up, doing the podcasts. You know, let's. But you know, people might be like, well, all I've got to do is jump on Zoom. Yeah, but we've still got to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Still got to do it.
Uh-huh.
You've still got to take the action.
Mhm.
And ultimately, as you know, we know, we spoke about this. There's people who talk a good game, and there's people who actually do a good game.
Yeah.
And this is your time now. It's a challenge, but it's your time to grow from this business, grow from it physically, grow from it mentally, emotionally, all those kind of adages, and come out of this better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so good. In terms of we wanted to mention that we've got another guest coming on soon, but is there anything else that we need to cover today, mate?
No, I think that's it, innit? We've touched the points, listen to them and just keep on moving. And yeah, we've got a new guest coming on. As always, more questions, especially now, you should be thinking about some questions. Get them over towards fitnessbusinessadvice@gmail.com, or get us on Instagram. It's Rick, RIC Moylan, and mine is Lloyd Gordon with an underscore on the end. All that information is underneath the video or underneath the podcast, wherever you're getting it.
Yeah, our next guest is an interesting character. He's been in the industry a long, long time. He's got a little bit of a name, a little bit of a reputation for himself, hasn't he? And his journey is a fascinating one in terms of what he's done in his career, where he's at right now, and the ups and downs of it. So, you know, it will be on Zoom. It was going to be on Zoom anyway, but you'll see why. But, you know, do tune in for that. For next time. So if that's it, everything, Lloyd?
That is everything, I think, yeah.
Guys, keep your spirits up, roll your sleeves up, get on with it now. And as I say, come out of it stronger and better the other side. We'll speak to you soon. See you later.
You bet.
Bye-bye.